What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Red Devils Report. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we got two big stories, one video. Lisandro Martinez is back in training. Marcus Rashford is back. Kobbie Mainoo is back. And with Wednesday's Croke Park friendly against Leeds just around the corner, Michael Carrick finally has almost a full squad to work with. But that's not the only headline out of Old Trafford today. There's a fresh twist in the transfer market too, with Arsenal reportedly ready to sell a highly rated academy graduate. And United are one of the clubs who've been offered first refusal. Right, let's start with the team news, because this is genuinely a really positive update for Carrick heading into Wednesday. Lisandro Martinez has officially rejoined Manchester United's pre-season training camp in Dublin. He was the last man standing. The final player still owed an extended break after the World Cup. Remember, Martinez was involved with Argentina all the way to the final in East Rutherford, New Jersey, where they came up short against Spain on July 19th. Now he's back in the fold, and that means Carrick has what's being described as an almost full complement of players available before Wednesday's friendly against Leeds at Croke Park. And it's not just Martinez. Back on Sunday, Marcus Rashford and Kobbie Mainoo were among 9 players who returned to training. And yes, the Rashford situation is still generating plenty of speculation about his long-term future at the club, but for now, he's back on the grass with the group, fresh off that loan spell at Barcelona. Now here's an interesting detail about how United have approached this pre-season. Unlike a lot of clubs who go on extended overseas tours, United have actually been flying out for matches. Finland, Norway, Sweden over the past month. And flying straight back to Carrington in between to keep training in a controlled environment. This week specifically, the squad has been based at Carton House in Maynooth, the same venue United used for a mid-season training camp back in April. Steve Holland, Carrick's assistant, spoke about why that approach has worked so well given how disrupted this summer has been with the World Cup. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that having control of their own facilities, their own pitch, their own recovery process, while still being able to fly in, play a high-level game, and fly straight back to Carrington, has given the coaching staff the best possible chance of being ready for the new season, especially in a tournament year where players are trickling back at completely different times. So the plan, after Wednesday's Leeds game at Croke Park, is for United to travel to Wrocław in Poland for their final pre-season test. And that one's a big one, because it's against AC Milan, managed by former United boss Ruben Amorim. That'll be an interesting one to watch for obvious reasons. And then it's the real thing. United open their Premier League campaign away at Hull on the 22nd of August. Carrick, who took permanent charge back in January after Amorim's exit, will be looking to build on last season's third-place finish, which secured United's return to Champions League football. Worth remembering too, Carrick was only appointed until the end of last season initially, but he signed a new deal through to 2028 back in May. And the club have backed him in the market, bringing in Yuri Tielemans and Andre Santos so far this summer. Holland summed up the mood around the camp pretty well. He said there's genuine optimism this year, not just the usual pre-season positivity, given how the team performed last season and the additions that have been made. And he specifically flagged the return to Champions League football as a big motivating factor, while also acknowledging the Premier League is as competitive as ever. So, full squad basically available, a clear plan for the run into the season, and a manager who now has long-term security. Genuinely solid foundations heading into Wednesday. Now let's shift over to the transfer side of things, because there's a name doing the rounds today that could actually solve 2 problems for United at once. Multiple reports on Tuesday morning claim that Arsenal's Myles Lewis-Skelly has been offered to both Manchester United and Chelsea, with fresh contact reportedly made between his camp and both clubs. Now, a bit of context on why this is happening. Lewis-Skelly is 19, comfortable at left-back or in a deeper midfield role, and had a really promising breakthrough campaign, including featuring for Arsenal in the Champions League final. But Arsenal's summer business has completely changed the picture for him. The signing of Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle for a reported £75 million, plus the continued presence of Declan Rice, Martin Zubimendi and Mikel Merino, means Lewis-Skelly's path to regular midfield minutes has basically disappeared. And at left back, he's behind Riccardo Calafiori and Piero Hincapié in the pecking order too. So even though he only signed a new 5-year deal at Arsenal last year, the writing may be on the wall for regular game time, and reports suggest Arsenal are now willing to listen to offers, partly to help balance the books after a summer where their net spend is sitting at well over £100 million. Now, the numbers being reported do vary a fair bit depending on the source. Some reports put Arsenal's asking price around £45 million. Others suggest Arsenal could push for 50, even up to 60 million, given the level of interest. Market valuation sites have him lower than that, closer to the high 30s in euros. So there's clearly a gap between what Arsenal want and what the market might actually value him at, which is often how these things go in the media before an actual bid is tabled. From United's side, the appeal here is obvious. Carrick has real question marks in two areas right now: left-back depth and central midfield rotation. And Lewis-Skelly is a player who can genuinely cover both. A versatile 19-year-old England international with Champions League final experience ticks a lot of boxes. But, and this is a big but, Chelsea are credited with interest too. And they've already been busy this summer, bringing in the likes of Valentin Barco and Jordan Henderson. With concerns over Romeo Lavia's fitness and Enzo Fernandez's long-term future still up in the air at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea could easily turn what's currently a monitoring the situation approach into something more concrete. And honestly, with United spending already directed toward the likes of Yuri Tielemans and Andre Santos this summer, it's fair to ask whether there's real appetite or budget to go again for a fee that could stretch beyond 45 million with the transfer window entering its final weeks. Negotiations with Arsenal, if they happen, are not expected to be straightforward. So, worth keeping a close eye on. Arsenal are open to selling. United have been offered him. Chelsea are in the mix too. But whether this actually turns into a concrete bid before the window shuts is still very much up in the air. So to recap, Martinez, Rashford and Mainoo all back in training, Carrick close to a full squad ahead of Wednesday's friendly against Leeds at Croke Park, followed by that AC Milan test in Poland before the big Premier League opener at Hull on August 22nd. And on the transfer front, keep an eye on Myles Lewis-Skelly, a player who could genuinely strengthen two positions at once. But with Chelsea circling and the asking price still up for debate, it's not a done deal by any means. Let me know in the comments, would you want United to go and get Lewis-Skelly at that kind of price? Or should the focus be elsewhere before the window shuts? Drop your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on United.